Meghan Markle has spent the last few years playing the world's most profitable game, the race card. And let's be honest, she's played it better than anyone. She married into one of the most prestigious, historic, and powerful families in the world, the British royal family. A family that, for over 1,000 years, has shaped global history, diplomacy, and leadership. She was given a royal title, a multi-million-dollar lifestyle, an international platform, or should I say a global platform, and the opportunity to truly make a difference in this world. What did she do? She threw it all away and blamed it on racism. But before I go any further, I just want to take a quick moment to welcome you to ChronoRoyals. Hello, this is Vespera and welcome. Here on this channel, we explore royalty, ambition, and legacy, while also bringing history and art to life. This is a brand new channel, so your support means everything. Like, share, join the discussion, and invite your friends to be part of ChronoRoyals. Now, without any further ado, let's dive into today's topic. All right, well, let's cut to the nonsense. Meghan Markle has spent the last few years playing the world's most profitable game, the race card. And you know what? She has played it better than anyone. She married into one of the most powerful, influential, and historic families in the world, the British royal family. She was given a royal title, an elite platform, endless opportunities, and a lifestyle that 99.999999999% of the world can only dream of. And then she walked away from it all. Not because of duty, not because of rules, but because she wanted to make millions off of the easiest, most foolproof scam of the modern era, playing the victim. And she played y'all like a violin. She played the world like a violin. Now, let's talk about the real victims here. The poor souls who actually believed Meghan's racism narrative. You know, the ones, the Sussex Squad, the woke warriors, the celebrities and influencers who jumped on the Meghan train without a single question. Oh my God, poor Meghan. The royal family didn't bow down to her and worship her. It must be racism. She had to follow century-old royal rules? That's racism. She wasn't instantly adored like Diana. That's definitely racism. Spoiler alert. No, it wasn't racism. It was called accountability, expectations, and royal protocol. But Meghan, she knew that if she just played the right card at the right time, she could turn all of this into $1 billion sympathy tour. And that is exactly what she did. And that is exactly what people fell for. Now, let's talk numbers for a little bit, shall we? Because this is going to help you understand my point. Netflix deals, 100 million, allegedly. Spotify deal, 20 million. before they dropped her for being useless, obviously. Book deal, multi-millions. Speaking engagements, hundreds of thousands per speech. In her case, microphone grab. Luxury brand deals, interviews, paid PR moves, the list goes on. And what was her product? What was this innovation? What was her talent, her hard work, a unique skill, her vision, her contribution to the world? You know what? The sad truth is, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Her entire career is based on convincing you that she's oppressed while living in a $14 million Montecito mansion. Meanwhile, get this, real women of color are actually struggling. But sure. Let's all cry for the millionaire actress who didn't get her way at Buckingham Palace. She played y'all. She made you hate the royal family, create division, and fuel unnecessary racial conflict, all the while laughing her way to the bank. All right, now let's break down her biggest lies. We're just going to do a quick recap because it's been debunked and debunked and debunked over and over and over by so many people. So I'm just going to give you a quick recap, but you need to hear this in order to understand the point I am going to be making. Lie number 1. They didn't want Archie to be a prince because of racism. Reality check. Royal protocol, not racism, dictates who gets a title. Archie wasn't eligible, period. Meghan knew this, but she lied anyway because she counted on people being too ignorant to fact check. People don't fact check anymore these days. People believe anything they see. So, obviously, she knows. She knew people was going to buy into it. She knew you, the Sussex squad, you ignorant fools, were going to buy into this because she knows you don't know any better. Obviously, you've proven that. But anyway, lie number 2. There were concerns about Archie's skin color. Reality check. This statement was never proven. She has zero proof. She and Harry refused to name the person who said that. Why? And you know what? They refuse to drop the name because guess what? If racism was real, why wouldn't they expose it? Instead, she leaves it vague like, I think it would cause too much damage for them. Please, bitch. Please. You know that isn't true. She leaves it vague and she lets the media drag Prince William, the Princess of Wales, King Charles, and the rest of the entire family through the mud without a single drop of evidence. You know, during the Oprah interview, you know what she said when she was asked about, were you there in the discussion and da-da-da? And it was a quick reply, a very faint reply, but it was a reply nonetheless. And it was the confirmation I needed to hear in order to understand that, yep, this is bullshit. This claim is bullshit. And let me tell you what she said. You'll have to do your homework and go back and watch it yourself. But at one point during the interview, she says she was not in the conversation. H was in the conversation. And then he told her. So you see, she herself was never involved. So she didn't hear the conversation, if this conversation even happened. And then when she hears about this conversation, she hears it through hearsay, through her husband, supposedly. And she confirms it on the famous Oprah interview. And you know what? That means this is just bullshit. It's all hearsay. There's not a single drop of proof into this scam of hers. Lie number 3. The British media was racist towards Meghan. Reality check. The same British press that hounded Princess Diana, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, Fergie, Duchess of York, Queen Camilla, all suddenly became racist? And wait, get this. Even Queen Elizabeth II herself has had her fair share of bad publicity in the press over her entire lifetime. So, what is she talking about? What are we talking about here? Meghan wanted the press to only say nice things about her. And when they did not, she pulled the race card on them. And that is the truth, not her truth, the truth. Okay? Now, here's what angers me and makes me sick. The amount of division, anger, and hate this woman created just to protect her ego and her bank account. She has made people believe the royal family is racist with zero, and I repeat, zero proof. She has made the young people of this millennium, of this new generation, of this new era, think they should resent the monarchy based on pure lies. She turned race into a weapon, causing unnecessary hostility between communities, families, and everything else in between. And for what? Money? Attention? A Netflix special? How many friendships, families, and workplaces have had arguments over Meghan Markle or debates? You know? How many people called each other's racists for just disagreeing about a woman they don't even know? That means you, Sussex Squad. That means you, Sugars. How do you allow a woman to blindside you this big? That's beyond me. And, you know, she divided society for personal gain, not yours, not for the betterment of humanity, but for her own personal narcissistic gain. And the worst part, the people who fell for her, that means you, Sussex Squad, that means you, top-notch influencers out there, that means you, politicians out there, and everyone, the people who fell for this scam of the racism bait, they still defend her. That's what gets to me. That's what I don't understand. That's what most people don't understand, I believe. And obviously, I've had my own share of being called a racist for defending my beliefs and my views, and for criticizing Meghan Markle on her bad behavior. So, here is my message to Meghan Markle, the Sussex Squad, the Sugars, the world, and every clueless celebrities, politicians, and influencers who defended her and who still defend her to this day. If criticizing Meghan's behavior makes me a racist, racist, then fine, I'll claim it. But I'll claim it with racism. And racism, spelled Raycism. Okay? What's the difference? There's a whole lot of difference. It makes all the difference in the world. Let me explain it to you. I am of Asian descent. I am yellow, and I am proud. I will not apologize for my identity, for I did not choose it. God gave me this identity. God gave me my skin color. And how dare you judge God for giving me this color? Okay? I will not apologize for my identity. I've said that. I celebrate my heritage. I celebrate my culture, my ancestry. I revere my ancestry. And I will fight your racism with my racism. Because you know what? I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to redefine racism as pride. That's right, pride, not hate. I will create a movement so big, Meghan Markle is going to wish she never played this card. I'm going to make a movement so big that whoever else in the future attempts to play this racism game, they're never going to do it again. Nobody's going to buy into it again. And you want to know why? Because you don't get to use race as a scam. You don't get to manipulate people's emotion for power. And you definitely don't get to play the victim while living in wealth, luxury, and privilege. Nope, not anymore, and over my dead body. But here's the real question. Why do people take offense for being classified by color? That's what I want to know. Let's think about it for a second. Let's really put our thinking cap on. Even you, Success Squad, come along. Sit down with us. Okay? You sugars too, you can come and sit down. You need to listen to this because this is for you. Okay? This is really more for you than for me. I have this question for you, and please answer. Okay? Let's think about this for a second. We classify everything in this world. Plants, animals, galaxies, elements, microscopic organisms, you name it. We classify everything. Every single star in the universe falls into a category or a classification system. Every single plant has a scientific name and classification. Every single species of animal on this planet is categorized by type, genus, colors, da. Yet, when it comes to human beings, humans, us, suddenly it's offensive? Suddenly it's wrong? Why? Why would anyone think like that? What's the chemistry behind this train of thought? Because, really, think about it. We categorize trees. Red maple, white oak, black spruce. We categorize horses. Black stallion, We categorize microscopic particles. Neutrons, protons, quarks, Even the weather is color-coded. Storm warning levels, heat maps, UV indexes. But the moment we classify ourselves, us, humans, Earthians as black, white, yellow, brown, red, pink, yellow, beige, like Meghan Markle. And suddenly, it's an insult. Why? The question here is, why is it an insult? Why? Because last time I checked, we're just Earthians, okay? Because we live on Earth, so we are just Earthians. We fall under this category of humans, our species as Earthians, because everything on Earth is an Earthian, whether you're an animal or not, okay? Whether you're a plant or not, we're Earthians. Our species we're humans, and our race is what defines everything else. Our identity, our purpose, our beliefs, our religions, our everything. So why is it a bad thing? Why is this a bad thing? Could it be that we've been trained to see division where none exists? Could it be that color classification is only offensive because people have seen and have been conditioned to believe it should be? Could it be that some people profit from making us believe race is a problem when it really isn't? Because here is my reality check for all of you. Being white is not an insult. Being black is not an insult. Being yellow is not an insult. Being brown or red or green is not an insult. Okay? Race is just another form of classification, like everything else in the world. If we can classify every single thing in existence without an issue, then why should we feel ashamed of classifying ourselves? That's my question. And that is the question I'm asking you, the world. Talk to me. Tell me, am I crazy? Am I crazy for thinking like this? Because I must be. No other influencers I've seen are talking about this. All of these people with this huge platform with millions and millions upon millions of followers. This is what they should be influencing in this world. Bring people back together instead of continuing to create divide. But nobody has seen this. Nobody's talking about this. Everybody is afraid to talk about the race card. Everybody is afraid to talk about this topic. And yet it is the one topic that divides this entire world. And that is the truth. Now, let's be honest. This race outrage industry is profitable. I'm not gonna lie. It is the most profitable industry being exploited in broad daylight, literally. It should be illegal, but it is legal. Have you ever wondered who benefits when people are constantly and consistently angry about race? Who? Let me tell you. The media, the corporations pushing diversity quotas to avoid lawsuits, the influencers, quote unquote influencers, who pretend to be activists while cashing millions upon millions of dollars on brand deals. The politicians who use race to divide the public for personal gain so no one pays attention to the real issues. And let's not forget, and I shall never forget, the biggest grifter of all, the best player of this game, Meghan Markle. She has built an empire on the idea that race is a problem, but only and only when it benefits her. She wasn't black when she was passing in Hollywood, you know? Only when she needed sympathy, though. She wasn't a victim when she needed a reason to leave the royal family. She had no problem taking money, titles, and luxury from the racist royals. But the moment she wasn't treated like a queen, the moment she realized she could never be on the same level as Catherine, the Princess of Wales, when she realized no matter what, she will always play the second and supportive actress, when she realized that her husband isn't as smart as she thought he could have been, all of that, she flipped everything. She flipped everything on the royal family. She flipped the coin. She tossed it up in the air and she was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to call the race card because I'm too dumb. I can't deal with this shit. You know, that was her motive. And, you know, they are using race as a tool to control us, to keep us divided. And who is they? Well, it is they who control everything else. They who talk without brains. They who talk without facts. They who just have this personal narratives for their own personal gain. Them. They are the ones I'm talking about. Because you know what? They want to keep us divided, to keep us angry. Because as long as we are fighting each other, you, Sussex Squad, against us against you, against the world, sugars, Mexiters, all that. If they keep us angry, and as long as we keep fighting each other, we're not fighting them. We're not fighting the real root cause of this issue, of this worldwide issue. So, you know what? If the world wants to get offended by race, I say we take the power back. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proudly yellow. I am proudly Asian. If Meghan Markle gets to claim victimhood then I claim racism. RAYCISM, racism. Not racism as hate, but racism as racial pride, as racial uniqueness, as racial individuality. Because you need to have a whole lot of things in this world to make this world. You know what I mean? Like, it's simple math. Why do you guys make it so hard? Racism, from my point of view, means embracing who you are without guilt. Racism means being proud of your color, just like every other part of nature. Racism means refusing to let race be a weapon, because race is a gift. It is a gift given to you by chance, not because you chose it. Okay? And you have to make the best of it. And you have to embrace your race. You just have to. And while you embrace your race, you also have to embrace and honor all these other races, because that's what make this world such a beautiful place. We're diverse. We're unique. We're the most diverse species on this planet, in this galaxy, in this universe. Think big, guys. Why are you so narrow-minded? You know? Then, you know, my final take on this is I'm just going to have to create a movement so big that Meghan Markle wish she would have never played that card. You know? So, now I turn it to you. Are you done with the lies? Are you tired of race being used as a weapon? Are you ready to expose this fraud once and for all? If you are, then share this video. Comment below. Tell me I'm crazy. Do. Tell me I'm stupid. Tell me that this is too far-fetched of an idea. Tell me that I'm dumb. Tell me that this will never work. And I will challenge you. Because you know what? It's all in your mind. Racism is a state of mind. That's all it is. And if you choose not to buy into racism, then racism won't exist. But the bottom line here is too many of you out there are still too ignorant. And too many people have decided not to evolve with time. I agree that there has been oppression in the past. And those are the laws of history. Those are the rules of survival for any species. May the strongest win. That's bottom line. And yes, life's unfair and that sucks. And you know, like Candace Owens so famously said once, life's unfair, life sucks, get over yourself, get over it. Literally. But this day and age, in the 21st century, nobody's oppressed. You're not oppressed. You just like to think that you are because people make you believe that you are, but you're not. You and I have the exact same rights. You can talk, I can talk, you can vote, I can vote. You can go to school, pursue higher education, get a job, I could do the same. You can get out there and start a business, I could do the same. What oppression are you talking about? Oh, because somebody called you a nigger? Come on. That's stupid. You know how many times over my lifetime I've seen us Asians, or I've been called chink? Ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, ching chong. How many times have this been said to us Asians? But you don't see us going in the streets and breaking and looting stores and breaking things just because people call me ching chong, ching chong. You know? It's all in your mind. And if you're going to buy into it, just because somebody called you nigger, then you know what, nigger? You'll call yourself a nigger. So stop calling yourself a nigger and the rest of the world is going to stop calling you nigger. Okay? End of story. But us Asians, the difference is we don't call ourselves ching chong, ching chong. Asian people are like the most well-mannered people I know, I've seen. And that's what makes me so proud of my heritage, because we're just so quiet. We mind our own business, we do our own things, and we don't create chaos. And we thrive. We've been oppressed too, but that's because those are just the laws of physics, you know. Can't change history, but we're not going to dwell on history. It's not where you come from that defines you, it's where you're going. But in you guys' case, the Sussex Squad, you guys let your past dictate your future in ways that definitely and indeed makes it feel like you definitely are still oppressed, but that is of your own doing. I don't see anybody oppressing you. You're doing everything out of your, you're doing it for yourself, to yourself, by yourself. That's the problem. And then you like to blame your ignorance and your failure on your skin color. That's how ugly you feel about yourself. And then you go and tell the world, "Oh, you call me racist and you call me nigger." No. Come on. Like I said, I've been called ching chong before. You don't hear me cry about it. You don't see me go loot stores. So, put yourself in question. And yes, Sussex Squad, come and challenge me. And yes, call me racist all you can. Because I claim racism. I claim my racism. I claim individuality. I claim unity. I claim everything else that you cannot begin to comprehend. And when you do comprehend this, I'm sure you and I were going to be best friends. I'm sure you and I, we can make this world a much better place. I'm sure you and I can start a revolution to really end this war on race and begin the unification of racism. You know? So, this is me Vespera, declaring war on racism against Meghan Markle, against the Sussex Squad, against the Sugars, against the influencers, the politicians, and everyone else in between who still believe that racism, spelled R-A-C-I-S-M, should divide us, Earthians, humans, the good people of this planet we call home. I will fight racism with racism. And if you want to be a part of this movement, join in. Come on in. And let's make noise. Let's make this huge noise. Let's rock the world. Let's shock the world. Because you know why I believe this is going to work? Because if the woke movement, being as it is, has gained enough momentum, heat, and attention on the world global stage to the point where indoctrination had been introduced into primary elementary schools to literally brainwash our children into this ideology of wokeness, then let me wake you up with my ideology of racism. And again, if you want to join in on this, I may be only one person right now. And this is a huge uphill battle that I'll probably, I'm questioning it. I'm questioning my sanity right now. But I believe in the deepest part of my heart that we can be unified again. No, not again. We will be unified, and we can be unified for the first time in history. We don't have to let race divide us. We need to let race define us as one humans. Okay? So, thank you so much for being a part of this discussion, a part of this vision, and do tell me whether or not you think I'm crazy, because sometimes I feel like I am. However, I just needed to share this with you all out there. And yes, my movement starts with just me, and that's my vision. And I'm going to show up, and I'm going to do good. Okay? I'm going to show up, I'm going to do good. I'm going to challenge people about racism, and I will challenge every influencers out there. I will challenge everyone who dares to say I am crazy, because yes, I'll admit it. This is a crazy thought. This is a crazy idea, but it's doable if you believe in it. And you know what they say? You know exactly what they say. The sky is not the limit. Your imagination is. So, until next time, take care. I'll talk to you soon. This is Vespera. Bye.